Hello farmers, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Frechdachs. It's a Friday. Hopefully everyone's having a good start to their weekend. I'll consider Friday the weekend because some of you, I'm sure, have finished off work for Friday, and it's already Friday evening for most of you that are probably here. But welcome everyone. As you can see, we're just running along with one of the Franks, or Francesca, or whoever. They're spreading lime in our canola field, and we did get that finished sprayed off with digestate, so it has one stage of fertilization into it. And I want to get that canola planted in the month of August, just so it'll be ready for harvest earlier next season. That's kind of the plan. We got a little bit of daylight left, so I got the time scale down to half, 0.5 actually. So we get a little bit of daylight and we get this field planted with canola. Meanwhile, the potato harvest, I've been doing a little bit of that. And I want to go ahead and put some of those potatoes into the BGA and also the pig food mixer. And hopefully today I'm going to aim for buying field number, drum roll please, because I forgot what number it is. I think it says 47. Yes, field 47 is $532,000. That's what we're aiming for. So we will see if we get there today. I think we will. Believe it or not. I mean, I need another like $450,000, but I think we'll get there. Hello, John Skender Panther. Tin Man is here. John, I think I said your name already. Welcome. I think Sirwell I saw was in here earlier as well. But everyone, welcome on a Friday. My Friday it's starting off well-ish. See how it goes. Got another busy day ahead of myself, but it's good to be busy. If you're not busy, then life can get kind of boring sometimes, I guess. So while this worker finishes up spreading the lime in our canola field, let's jump over to here. Yes, I got kind of a situation going on here. The trailer is full, and the root crop harvester still got some taters left into it. Let me go ahead and spin around. I'll drive in our neighbor's field over here. Looks like they may have, is it cultivated and planted, or what's going on here? Well, it's been cultivated, looks like, but needs lime, needs plowing. Alright, so they got no crop in it yet. So I've been looking at a few things here in the past. I've actually been on the map here for about a half an hour before stream, just getting some of the potatoes harvested and just looking at some things, planning the future, of course. But the main goal for today, I'm hoping, like I said, buy field 47. That's going to be for long grain rice, so we can go ahead and make cereal next year, which would be kind of cool. And I'm thinking, as I mentioned yesterday, about some point, try to make some cakes, which I have not made cakes in a long time. We got the bakery, but I need a lot of stuff before I can go ahead and make cakes. And I think I need to kind of just get more things settled in before I start focusing on doing cakes, because we need cows, we need chickens, we need a whole bunch of stuff. Can I not drop off? Oh, I probably can if I put it on the trailer. There we go. We still got a whole bunker of potatoes from last year's harvest I haven't even touched yet. So that's why I'm not too concerned about saving some of the potatoes. You're not going to take all these potatoes, are you? Are you? I think you're going to, and you did. Okay, well, they're in there. All right, let me go over and empty out that harvester, which we did buy yesterday. So that was a good $600,000 machinery that we bought yesterday, piece of machinery. Yeah, I think the harvester was like $580 and the header was like $40,000, something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and unload the harvester, and then I'm going to take the T8 and we'll get it set up to start planting some canola. Because our worker's not going to be too long from spreading lime in that field. So I did about 4 or 5 headlands, so I'm thinking the worker is going to be somewhat okay. But since they're just getting started, we'll just let them do what they have, what they want to do. And yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way because I don't know what our worker is going to end up doing. Not sure what they're doing right now either, but they'll get the job done slowly but surely. And I'm not in a rush to get that field harvested. We can harvest potatoes in September as well. So whatever they get done this month before we finish off here. I'm just going to park this right there. Let's go grab our seed hawk. I think the end I need is going to be on this side. And it is. Hello, Denard, and welcome. Oh, no. Getting stuck on the walls. I think I got plenty of material in here to get this field planted. So put that on canola. Hello, Mr. Ulrich. Welcome back as well. Sam was here, but Sam is not near the doghouse, so who knows where he went. Park that up there. Hello, Vitamin Protein. Welcome as well. Let me just see on the pig food mixer. Well, I did pretty much top it off with potatoes, so we're good. We're good there in the potatoes. So the rest of the potatoes, well, I won't say the rest, but most can go into the BGA. They're going to take 36,000, so then the rest will start putting in storage. Yeah, I do need to... Digestate's actually got down to 97,000 liters. Surprise, surprise. Starting to go through that, but we're going to be making a whole bunch more. Silage is my Massey Ferguson, which is sitting over here somewhere. Interesting that's not dumping out as it needs it. That should be full by now. There we go. That's what it should be doing. There we go. Now that's all set. And hello, MV Silence. Welcome on a Friday. You're not going to have enough lime to finish that job, are you? Probably not. Let me get myself caught up on what I'm going to be selling today. Obviously, silage into electricity is what the main thing is going to be sold. Yes, when we get to January, whatever that's going to be, we're going to have plenty of whole wheat bread, and also we do got some bread to sell as well. This list is getting longer and longer, which is kind of nice. How much manure do we have? We got 8,000 liters of manure, but slurry, yeah, I do need to get that slurry from the pig barn into the BGA. 72,000 liters is starting to build up a little bit in there, so I need to empty out. Use the digestate that's in the tanker. I'll probably spray that on the potato field. Once we get the potato field harvested, I'll start putting double application of fertilizer on that with the digestate. When the tank's empty, we'll go grab the slurry and put that into the BGA. Hopefully the BGA can take a whole bunch of slurry. It can take 75,000 liters, so that's not too bad. You found out the dog will go all the way across the map. Well, I think that's maybe what Sam does once in a while. Who knows? Hello, Jason. How you doing? Thanks for dropping back in. Nice to see you again. Why is it the worker always runs out of material like the farthest side of the field from where you got to go fill up? I did not see no mods dropped on the mod hub today, at least as of yet. There were a couple yesterday. I think there was an update and like 3 other mods dropped. That was about it. But some mods being dropped are better than no mods being dropped. Alright, you are now empty. Let's go fill that back up, get them back to work, and we're going to jump right in here and start planting our canola. Okay, why is that? Why did that close up on me? That should have stayed open. There we go. Maybe it likes that side better. I have no idea. This may drop us below $100,000. Oh no. I mean, actually being at $100,000 is not bad for this month, seeing that we just spent $600 and some odd thousand on the root crop harvester, so being back up to $100,000 is good. Before I forget, did you pray to the goat on Penye? Did I pray to the goat? No. I feel like I'm missing something with that, I guess. I need to pray to a goat? What? If that is a thing, why am I praying to a goat? And what does praying to the goat do? What did we spend $600,000 on yesterday? This thing right here. A root crop harvester. Well, it's not just this harvester will allow us to do potatoes, which we are currently harvesting. And if I get the other header, I'll be able to do sugar beet, red beet, carrots, and parsnips as well. But mostly does sugar beet. I don't think I'm going to get into the vegetables unless I do a contract. There's a goat statue on field 160, if I'm not mistaken, in the forest. You pray to it and it lights up. That's it. Well, I will be recording tomorrow's episode of Penye later on today, so if I remember, which I think, since you asked praying to a goat, I might remember that. I'll have to go look at it, probably. Although I do have still slight concerns about that map because of yesterday's episode, where I was talking about the game crash, and someone did leave a comment today of the issue they had on that map. It's actually hiring workers, I guess, might be an issue. I don't know. Let's see here. Where's my Fent? Just waiting for them to get finished. I'm going to jump into here and plant the canola. And then we can go on to September. Why does this look like something out of a Mad Max movie? Are you talking about my root crop harvester? Well, I mean, it's dirty. It's a black harvester, but it's just really dirty. What opens up a secret warehouse, Tin Man? Are you talking about the goat on Penye? Worker, what are you doing here? You were good. Just gonna let the worker finish this up because he'll do a better job than what I can do. Also, when I plant, you can see that little patch that we're kind of coming up to where I did crop destruction like last year. And apparently my direct drill will not drill in that area for some reason, which seems kind of weird. So when I plant here in just a few moments, I'm going to double check to see if the crop is actually in. If it's not, then we'll have to grab the plow. We'll plow that little section up and then we'll replant right there. Why is my worker still going? You should be done. Thought I heard Sam sniffing around there, and there's Sam. Where are you going? I don't think any more part of this field needs to be lime spread. Looks like you're done. Oh, looks like over here for some reason you didn't do that part of the field, which is... No, that's fertilization, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure I know where you're going. You're all set there, Frank. Stop trying to milk me for a few more dollars. Workers on a full high. Aren't they always? Yes, 116. Just go up the hill and you will find it. Well, I will definitely look for it later on tonight and see what's going on with it. I just want to bring this over here so I can wash it off. I don't think it's fair that we get the episodes of the French map a day after this paying, I think you mean paying guys. Well, the people that pay for membership should have some kind of perks. What was I doing? Oh yeah, jumping into the T8. And Sam is taking a nap in the field. Wake up, Sam. And my other worker almost has a full grain tank. That's fine. Okay, lower that down, fire it up. Alright, canola is going in. Let's see if it plants right here. Let's see if I go back to growth. And no, it did not. Alright, hang on a second. Let's turn that off. We'll grab the plow. That is interesting that... So crop destruction, I need to plow the field. I hope this fixes it. And I'll be able to replant there with a direct drill. That's the wrong button. Alrighty, let's just do that. Alright, so when I come back around, let's hopefully that finally it plants there. Hello, Thomas, and welcome. Alright, fire the drill back up. There, nothing happened. I let the statue lit. I'm still gonna have a look at that praying to the goat thing later on. So in the month of August, in this field, we harvested the canola. Spread some digestate in the field to get the stage of fertilization. Put some lime down and replanted canola. Hello, David, and welcome. So I'm not too concerned about getting the corners of the field planted with a big drill like this. I know this is a farm sim, but do you think I should get Planet Coaster 2? There's a reason why I have not been back in the Planet Coaster 2 is because it's still... I should have known better with Frontier. That's the... I think they're the publishers of that game, or are they the ones that develop it? But either way, what I did, what was it called? Planet Zoo. They had a lot of issues when that came out, and Planet Coaster 2 still has some issues. My current park that I was building, I'm not sure, but I pretty much, that park is no longer playable. It just crashes like 30 seconds in, so I'm not too sure what's going on for Planet Coaster 2, and it's for the price that you're paying and what you're getting right now. They did just have an update last week, and I haven't been back into it, so I would just look at the price and see if it is something that you want to pay for, but just know that it does come with some problems, as a lot of games do, but Planet Coaster still does have some issues. Do you have any recommend vid to watch to get an understanding of BGA? There are two people I would recommend watching, but one person that goes usually into great detail on how to do stuff. One would be Farmer Cop. I would recommend him. If you don't know who Farmer Cop is, if you go to my YouTube homepage and go down to like my recommendations list, you'll find Farmer Cop's page there, and then just go to his page and maybe just type in how to use BGA, because Farmer Cop does pretty good tutorials on how to do things, and he doesn't mull around with it. His videos are usually rather quick, so you get a quick understanding. But BGAs are pretty simple to understand. There is a modular BGA that's out there, and that gets a little bit more complex. But as for just regular BGA use, it's pretty simple. You put product in and it'll turn it over to electricity and methane. But yeah, I would recommend Farmer Cop for using just a standard BGA. Like I said, you'll probably have like an 8 or 10 minute video at most, and you're good to go. Sam is once again sleeping in the field, so just ignore what's about to happen. Sam's going to be fine. But just roll right over Sam. Alright, am I actually going to plant crop here, or what's going to happen? Or is this field like this gone forever? At least that part of the field. Let's see. Alright, the crop is growing there now. So, if I do crop destruction, I'm going to have to go in with a plow to reset it. Even a direct drill will not do it. No, Sam is fine. Nothing can hurt Sam. Sam is invincible. One thing I do have to get to when I start recording Penye later on today, I think I took on a harvesting contract at the end of the last episode, and I got to get that kind of done before I start recording. Getting back into recording episodes for Farming Simulator, I kind of forget sometimes of the off-camera work I got to do before I start recording stuff. Hello Ninja, welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Oh yeah, I think I'm probably, though, paying my worker. Yeah, let's dismiss the worker and my root crop harvester. And we can finish that off in the morning. But I will go over there before we skip to the night. I want to grab those potatoes. The pig food mixer is full. So all those potatoes that are in there, I'll put into the BGA to start processing those. Oh yeah, and apparently I misread on the patch notes yesterday about the animal pens getting more animals. I think what someone said in the comments from yesterday's stream was it didn't add more animals to the pen, it adds more animals that are visually seen in the pen. But our pen still holds 700 pigs, which is still quite a lot, and we are like a third of the way there. I think we're at 250 out of 700, so yeah, we are slowly getting there. Yeah, but I think the order here for our farm, the next few steps, Like I said, buy field 47, I think it is, for the rice field. And then I'll start looking at maybe a bigger tractor. When I mean bigger tractor, a little bit more horsepower than what the T8 has. Although the T8 hauls this around pretty good, but I think having a second tractor, because while this one's drilling, I really have, I mean, I guess the Fendt could probably pull that grain trailer when it's full of 70,000 liters of whatever. But I think a second larger tractor would be better off for that. We're going to start doubling up on our machinery, I think. Don't worry about the little patches that you're seeing when I go over them, that they still show a little bit as I didn't plant over them. They're kind of white. If you give them a second, they do transform over to where it's been drilled. Kind of cool, that real dirt mod that I run. You can see the T8 and the drill itself are turning white because of the lime, but if you look at the air cart, it's not turning white because, well, the lime is being pushed into the ground, I guess, by the drill. So that is just getting dirty. Yeah, so when we finally do get around to the whole cake idea, which is going to cost quite a bit to get that up and going, we don't need that many cows to make the milk. But I probably will go with the large dairy. That way we just process the milk a little bit faster. So we'll get ourselves a decent cow barn. And just get ourselves some Holstein or brown Swiss cows. No water buffalo, I think. We'll see, because I'm going to have the large dairy anyway, so maybe a couple water buffalo to make mozzarella. Of course, we'll need chickens. And I'll need another mill to make sugar. One of an expensive project just to make cakes. Wait, am I out of... Oh, I was like, why do I got an empty container? I forgot, there's 3 containers on the Seed Hawk, and it was throwing me off. First, I was like, am I out of fertilizer? It's like, no, I see fertilizer. I'm like, oh, I'm out of seed. I'm like, no, I got seed, so it's one of the containers must be empty. Alright, we're still good. The cow auto feed barn is the way to go for cattle. Well, I don't want the auto feed because I just want to feed my cattle hay. I don't want to have to add all that stuff into it. Hello, RC Mark, and welcome. Skender, you say that a lot about the Fendt doing better than T8. I'm not sure what you are seeing that I'm seeing, but I'm not really liking the tracks on the T8, though. I'm not a fan of the tracks on the back of the T8. I'd rather just have the wheel weights, I think. I can't turn that tight. Hello, Liz. Good afternoon to you as well. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. So once we get this done, we'll get this off the field and get it set for planting in September, because we do have wheat. And I think I'm going to plant barley instead of oats. But I'll take care of the potato harvester. We'll get those potatoes in the BGA so that process is overnight. You can see the moon is making an appearance. Farmer Cop has awesome videos. Would definitely recommend people to watch his videos, especially when you're first starting out. Definitely, for sure. If I'm not fully understanding something, I'll go see what he found out in testing. Not going to get this whole section, am I? No, going to have that tiny little piece there. All right, let's get the drill off the field. Let's watch out for Sam. He's right behind that bush. That will be need weeding in the morning. Can't attach while it's folding up. I disagree. At least the harvester is on the correct side for me. You can see we got plenty more potatoes to go. Left the lights on. Am I going to sneak under there? Just barely. Let me turn the lights off on my harvester. Don't want to wear down the battery. Hello, White Hammer Gaming. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Actually, I'm going to hire a worker to start on this right away. So they'll turn the lights back on, I'm sure. Alright, let's go get these delivered. I do need to check on my production buildings, though. That's one thing I did not check on before the stream, so I don't know what my greenhouses are doing. Hello, Farmer to Boat. Welcome. So it won't take all the taters, but it'll take most of them. And I probably should top off. Although I got a lot of silage in here already, but I'll top this off anyways. Oh, I do need to turn on the potatoes in that. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Oh, BG, I'm already on it. Potatoes. Where are the potatoes? Sugar beet. Potatoes right up here. Activate that. And 17,000 liters of silage. I'll take all that. Are you done with only 17,000 liters? Yes. So that silo's empty. Hello, Anita, and welcome. The plan is to buy some land today. We'll see how it goes. Let us need another 400 and some odd $1,000, and we're good to go. It's a little disturbing to watch my trailer dumping the potatoes as it needs it, but okay, as long as it works. Okay, let's dump in that silage, I guess. There we go. We'll turn the TA off. Okay, let's see. I was going to get the slurry in there, but I got to wait until that potato harvest is done. Water and liquid fertilizer is looking good in all those. And the ice cream factory is looking fine as well. I think we can go ahead and just take a snooze. Yes, let's go to September. All right, we're up to $237,000 that we made overnight, which is pretty good. The time scale, we'll put to ×3 for now. Sale page, nothing there that I have interest in. Yep, the weeds are there, so that's going to need the Massey Ferguson with narrow tires. I don't need crop destruction. But let's get over to here. Yep, potatoes are all gone. Let's get over to the potato field and get ready to unload the harvester when it's full again. So all these things you can make, are they in base game or mods? Well, all the crops that we are growing are base game, but we do got a couple of productions that are mods. So like ice cream is, that production is a mod. Let's see here. Where are we? You're still dropping in silage. Let me go. The yellow silo is empty on silage, and I'm thinking this, I might have more in. 170,000 liters. All right, let's fill that up. Well, I probably shouldn't have filled that up because I need to cut the grass today. Well, I can always dump it back in if I need to. This is still processing straw from the harvest the other day. Well, as I said just a little while ago, Skender, the first priority is buy land. So I can have long grain rice next year. And I need 500 some odd thousand to buy that. Plus extra because I got to convert it over to a rice field, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. And then we'll start looking at probably another big tractor. I don't know if I'll get that far today where we can buy land and then a tractor. Because that'd be like over $1 million I would need to earn today, and I don't think that's going to happen. The corn. I thought the corn would be ready in September, but I guess not. So that's October, November, I suppose. Is that all of the silage that we have right now? It is. Alright, now I'm going to drop off the trailer because I need to convert this wide tires with weights to narrow tires. And I need to weed our canola field. I am going to try a little bit of a patch here to see if I get crop destruction on the first growth stage still. Just a little bit, and I am. Still getting crop destruction on the first growth stage. That's okay though. We can adjust that. So we got to go to Trelleborgs, and then narrow tires, no charge, customize. Alright, the weeder is over by the baler. Did you try both fields in your test game for rice? Well, I was just trying field 47, which is the bigger the field, just to make sure I can make it into a rice field, that I wasn't restricted like I was with like the long grain rice field on Riverbend Springs. And the only thing I gotta do is I just gotta keep it away from the trees a little bit when I do it, so I won't be able to, just making sure we don't get a crop destruction here. Yeah, we're fine. But just making sure that most of the field will be a rice field, and it's gonna be a pretty big rice field. I mean, I'm just using the long grain rice for cereal, but yeah, the bigger field, the better. Alright, so weeds are being taken care of. Sorry, I'm in the way, I know. So yield is 97%. Canola is growing, so that's all looking good. I think my harvester said it was almost full, so let's see if I can go over there and empty it before it gets to the end of the row. I don't think so. I'm hitting max speed, but I'm guessing that thing's going to start to turn around here any second. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, hang on a second, Mr. Worker. Alright, let me... Nope, no. Francesca, just stop for a moment, will you? Let me... I want my potatoes, please. I appreciate your ambition and wanting to get to this field harvested, but... let's unload. So whole wheat bread, if I were to sell that in January, got $104,000 worth of it. Currently strawberry ice cream. I think we just sold that recently, so that's not going to be too much. And lettuce, yeah, same thing. So nothing really to be sold today, other than what the BGA does. Right, hopefully the work will just continue where they were at. And these potatoes here, I'm going to go dump into the BGA. So I think we had 248 pigs. So another month has passed. As we drive by, we'll have a peek. $297. Up to 297 pigs. And I'm taking potatoes, which are kind of key for pigs, and we're turning it into electricity. I'm actually surprised we didn't make more money overnight from the silage. Oh, is it not going through the potatoes that quick? I did turn on the potatoes to make electricity, right? Because, potatoes, yeah, we were full. All right. Well, the rest of the potatoes, I guess we'll have to go into storage. Oh, watch out for the corn. I don't think I have that much more room in the pig food mixer. All right, and now we'll try to shove as much as we can into our bunker over here. And yes, it is time to cut the grass again. Actually surprised I got this up the hill. Got some mashed potatoes there, probably. Hello, North, and hello, Adam. How you doing? All right, actually, the TA should be at the other end of the field. But since we're here and the combine's coming this way, let's go ahead and unload it. Give it a little bit of a boost. You got enough potatoes to consider a potato factory like soup and potato chips. Well, with potato chips, I would need to make oil. And I don't have the resources or the productions to do that as of yet. I mean, potato soup is something I could do, but our pig pen is not full yet either. So it may seem like I got a lot of potatoes, but we got to see once we get up to 700 pigs exactly what that's going to do. Actually, the T8, ooh, I really like to go start planting. I'm actually going to drop that off, and we're actually going to go start planting some more crop. I think the Fendt will do okay with the grain trailer. May struggle a bit, but I think it'll do okay. So we're just gonna drop off the plow, because I will need to plow that potato field. This is why after we buy our long grain rice field, we'll start looking at getting ourselves another larger tractor, probably with more horsepower than what the TA actually has, because it's better to upgrade higher. I say upgrade because we're not changing, we're not getting rid of any tractors, but would not be bad to get ourselves a higher horsepower tractor to have on the farm. Let me switch over to the air cart. Open this up. Kind of forgot what's in that one there. Alright, so it must be C, because it won't let me change it. Alright, then we'll go back to this one here. Alright, I can put fertilizer in that one. And then hopefully I can just refill this with fertilizer. Yep, that's all it'll let me fill up with, so that's good. That's exactly what we want to be doing. Now let me see if I can back this thing up without causing too much of a mess. Alright, I think we're kind of good to go. Let's switch this over to wheat. Okay, run into a tree. How do you get pigs, horses, and chickens? You got to go to the construction menu and then just go to where the animal pens are and select on ever which one you want to get. I think I do need a bigger weight on front of the T8. Hello, Bo saying welcome. So if I look at our fields here, just to be sure everything's going as it's planned, let's go to, not growth. There we go. So you can see it's double fertilized. We are getting rid of the weeds. So if I turn off double fertilize and weeds, you can see it does not need to be limed or anything. Our other fields do have weeds in them. And the weeds will regrow at some point after I replant. But we already got one stage of fertilization in both. So when I plant, we'll get a second stage in. That should be lowered. And in goes the wheat. When it comes time, Skender, for the tractor, I will put up to a vote of what tractor to get. I think we're gonna have like 3 options, like the 9RX John Deere. There's a Fendt tracked. I forgot what the model is, but the Fendt, I think it's 1100. Maybe the Kloss tractor. So those 3 choices we'll probably be able to pick from. So I'll put up to a vote once we get there, but we're a long ways off from being able to do that. And hello, Astrid. Hopefully you're having a good Friday as well. We're all wondering what is for dinner. Scanner can have your proxy vote. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get there today because we got a lot to do in the month of September and October, and I don't think I'll be getting enough money to get that far where we can afford a large tractor today, because that money's got to go towards a long grain rice field first. I mean, although I don't need the rice field until like April, I'd rather make sure that I have the field rather than getting to April and try to rush together to get some money. Hello, Fuel. I don't know if it's pronounced Fuel, but hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. How's it going? Just wanted to say hi. Thank you for helping those older folks clean out the house a couple weeks ago. True God said. Ah, okay, I know who you are. You're welcome. Was not a problem. True God said, even though there wasn't a ton to do. No, there wasn't a ton to do, but we got it done. Beef burritos. I don't think Astrid will be making beef burritos tonight, but If it is beef burritos, then I'm pretty sure he's going to be spicing up a little bit more. It won't be just like beef burritos. He's a bit grumpy today, so I didn't ask. It's a Friday, man. You gotta cheer up because it's just a Friday. Great content. Can't wait to binge watch more streams of videos while learning more about simulators. And yes, you are pronouncing it right. That's a first. I don't really ever pronounce names right. Oh, I should be checking on... where's my worker at? Which way is my worker going at in the potato field? Oh, nuts. They're going the other way, so that means the belt is going to be in the crop, so I don't want to destroy it. I don't think they're 80% full yet or not. Never mind, they must have been, because now the worker has a full grain tank. Alright, well I do want to keep that worker going, so let me just tab over to what we're doing here. It is kind of interesting a little bit with the ground deformation that the AI workers will not leave ground deformation. I wonder if they'll change that in the future. Although it is nice going across the field and not hitting bumps every 3 seconds. But you can see where I've been, but the AI worker does not leave ground deformation. Can I sneak in and grab these potatoes, please? Excuse me, Francesca, I'm going to take the harvester from you for a second. Don't tell me your name's Jenny, it's Francesca. Jenny. There's no Jennies here. Maybe that's her middle name, though. I may have to actually sell potatoes today because I'm running... I mean, I could put the potatoes in Omatana's silo, but since I'm trying to keep more realistic to it, I don't want to do that in this series. So how much are potatoes going for today? Potato. Where are potatoes? There we go. We're looking at like 230-ish. Well, I mean, we're like right in the middle, so that's not that bad of a price. We'll go dump these off into our bunker, and hopefully I can back up. If I can keep backing up and, well, double stacking the potatoes, if you will, I'll be able to fit a lot more in there. You must have crop destruction on. I do have crop destruction on. I always play with crop destruction on. Let's see if I can back up this hill of potatoes and get the trailer back. I think that's a no. At least not with a Fent, I can't. And nope, as far as that wants to go. Maybe if I get some weight out of the back of the trailer, the Fent will appreciate it a little bit more. I mean, I could spill it out a little bit further. I can't. I could get a potato chip factory, but I don't have the oil to make potato chips. I mean, I could just keep out emptying out the pig food mixer and just keep on making pig food, make more pig food with it. Oh wait, I set you off to work here and she went down to the other side of the field? Whatever. That Fent could make a great monster truck for hobbits. I mean, it was doing a nice little wheelie there. Did I ever play Westbridge in 15? I did. I think in 19, Westbridge was our multiplayer that we had back in the day. You have to keep on weeding. Let me get back to planting this wheat. Yeah, I really don't, I mean, I'm not sure I really want to get a production for the potatoes. I mean, potato chip factory would be better because I know how well that paid off for us on Tuscany in 22. I also had the soup production, but I didn't make potato soup. Well, we can use the next field you buy for oil. Well, no, the next field I'm buying is for long grain rice so I can make cereal. I mean, it's not that much money difference. I mean, we're talking potatoes here. We don't have that much more of the field to go. If I can stick it all into that bunker, then I don't have to worry about it. We'll see. That was hard and funny the way they had you ramming the bales to sell them. Not really sure Worker C has completed their task. Who's Worker C? Oh, that would be the Massey Ferguson doing the weeding. I do want to double check because I do have hail damage in this field. I want to make sure that this drill is drilling everywhere. Yeah, so it's taking care of the hail damage, but it didn't take care of the crop destruction areas, which seems just odd. I'm trying to remember the sell point on Westbridge Hills for the bales. I don't remember. Yeah, so the old field that we harvested a couple streams ago, I'm going to put barley into that field this year. Because that way I can kind of prepare if I decide to go with chickens next year. We'll have some feed for them. Yeah, having another tractor right now would be nice. Well, I would need a couple of tractors, but they could be mowing the grass in the grass field. Not sure the Massey Ferguson can handle both mowers. So I either need a Fendt, which is currently on the potato route, or the T8. It'll be an interesting mod, but I don't think it. I'm not sure how it worked because the way the game works, the weeds are going to regrow anyways. But if you had like a hose system on front before you drill, so it pulls out the weeds, then drill, but the weeds are just going to reset and regrow after planting anyways. Hello, Miles. How you doing? I really like the setup. I'm going to cancel buying new cars for me and the wife next year. It's expensive, but I can do it, I think. Well, until you tell your wife that you're not buying her a car next year, we'll see how that goes. Probably just get a worker to do the barley field for planting because we've already done the canola field today, and of course we're doing this one. So when we're planting, or when the worker's planting the barley, we will probably take the Fendt and start cutting up the grass field. Hey Skender, I thought you said you were poor. He will be after he spends $400 and some odd thousand on a drill and seed cart. All right, so our potato harvester is almost full again. So I need to go empty that out. One thing I'm going to do just for a moment, just to give you a grand size of how big this machinery actually is. I know some people don't always get to see it, because I mean, it looks kind of small when you start driving around and get used to it. But I would assume the character is probably about 2 meters tall. We'll just say 6 feet. You can see how he stands next to our tractor. How tall that tractor is. Our seed cart, or sorry, our drill, and the cart that hauls the seed and fertilizer around. Some pretty big equipment. And look at this guy right here. That's a farmer. Kind of. Anyways, where is my Fendt? Oh, we are... Wait, are we done with the harvest? You must... I think you got more down the other side, I'm sure. See, I think we're going to be fine. I can stick the rest of these potatoes either into the BGA, because I don't need the trailer for anything else this month. And I'm pretty sure I can stick these potatoes somewhere. Alright, you go finish off what you were doing. I'm going to get back into my T8. And hopefully finish off this wheat field. And the ground deformation, I think we're doing pretty good on this field here with this setup. Having the duals on the drill, and of course having tracks on the cart. We're not really digging into the ground too much. Actually, it looks pretty darn good. The guy needs a razor. Looks like he's coming from the 50s. Do people still do mustaches? Well, of course people still do mustaches. Are you saying I don't look good? Hello, CD Tiger. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Just a few more passes and we'll skip across the road and get one of the Franks to put the barley in. See, we had a little hail damage right in front of us. You can see by the different color of the soil. But luckily we got ourselves a direct drill, so that'll loosen up the soil and we'll be able to plant right back into it. Some of us need to just need something to keep our faces warm in the winter. Or if you're joining a fire department, that's kind of a thing, isn't it? It's kind of a stereotypical kind of a thing that firefighters have mustaches. Even the ladies. So the potato harvest, I think, is done. It said the worker was finished up, so we can get the fence, start cutting some grass, and we'll get the Massey Ferguson to follow behind us, and we'll start collecting some grass. Hello, India Base, welcome. Yeah, this setup here is working pretty well for us. Having a 20-meter wide direct drill is nice. And there we go, wheat field planted. Let's switch that over to barley. You want to fold up, please? There we go, now there it goes. Fold it up just to get across the road. Yes and no, some have a rule that you need to be clean shaven so your air mass seals. Well, I remember that being a rule when I was in the fire department as well. But mustaches, I guess all depends on what kind of mask you're wearing. I mean, it's a full face mask, then the mustache really doesn't get in the way. Well, I don't know. Maybe this character here. Yeah, his stash might be a little bit too long for an air mask. You may have to trim it on the sides a little bit. Yeah, you may have to trim your mustache a little bit to be in the fire department, sir. I'm just saying. All right, we're just going to hire a worker to plant this field. Hopefully they do okay. And you're off, I hope. We'll just ignore them for a minute and hopefully everything goes well. I should try the realistic weather system linear series. I'm using it on palms and I got over a meter of snow and I wasn't able to leave the farm to sell my oats because of it. I probably will. The one thing I would like to see is that if your field is short on moisture, I would like to be able to water my field somehow, shape, or form. That'd be good. Other than that, I would probably be using it right now if it just wasn't for that reason, but maybe not on here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe in my next series, wherever we go, we may give it a shot. You know what I could do now, though? Since I got this root crop harvester, I wonder if there's any contracts out there for potato harvesting. So we go down to harvesting here. A lot of good paying jobs, a lot of spinach. Sorghum, no, looking for, there's one for carrots. Green beans, parsnip. Actually, that one's just right across the road. Where do you want it delivered, though? Selling station, LIDL. I don't know where L... Oh, that's up here. I mean, I was thinking that would fund almost the other header that I want. But I think I'll pass on it because we got enough to do today. We got enough to do in October. Let's bring this back to the farm. We'll park it next to the pressure. You know what? I should wash this right now and just park it away. I'm starting to pile up things by the pressure washer, and it's getting kind of crowded. And here, people keep beards mostly after 6 years old. It's a cured... Watch out, Sam. It's a cured beard, so it's cool, I guess. My dad keeps it half the year, then he shaves it. Don't know why. Does he keep it during the winter and shaves it for the summer? All right, let's wash this thing so we can see its pure beauty. Hello, Rays. I don't know if that's the way I would pronounce that, but Rays, probably. Just saw you live and wanted to say hi. I'm a huge fan of your Realistic Economy ATS playlist. You're basically the reason why I started playing myself, and I'm having a blast. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying playing the game, because that's the whole part of playing games, is having fun. And yeah, that Realistic ATS series, when I started it, ATS really wasn't that popular on the channel, but it's definitely doing pretty well now. Now let's watch the Macdon. Not here because of the snow. You really need to see it accumulating. My character looks like a raft fighter pilot from World War II. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, I can see that. I get what you're saying there. Skender, I think you're the only one that watched that kind of stuff. None of us watch that kind of stuff. Only you. So none of us know what you're talking about. Alright, so that's the $600,000 machine we bought yesterday. I do like the color combo, though. It does look kind of cool. Okay, let me actually... Whoop, let's fold that up. And park it on the edge here is good. Alright, Massey Ferguson will get to you in just a minute. Yeah, I think my worker might be kind of struggling a bit getting this field done. We'll come back and then probably have to tidy this up a little bit. But in the meantime, let's go take care of these potatoes. What mod do you use to paint the harvester? That harvester is a mod. So if you go to vegetable harvesters on the mod hub, you can get... Actually, you know what? These potatoes, let's go ahead and just we'll leave the trailer at the BGA. But that harvester is a vegetable harvester on the mod hub that you can get. And then when you buy it, you have the option to color it on 4 different types of categories. So you have your options on that. I do believe that's available on all platforms as well. Alright, so we got silage and potatoes constantly being fed into the BGA. Work, work, work. Well, we didn't do it yesterday. I know we did it the day before, but it's September and it needs to be done. So, yep, we got to do the grass field. The grass field is making us the cash. Throw that down. Massey Ferguson, I need you. Lindsay, yeah, Omatano's silo will hold the potatoes, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit more, as much realistic as I can. Potatoes don't really go in silos, so that's why we got ourselves a silo bunker. But I mean, that silo I got right over there, that will hold potatoes. Yeah, I try to keep the farming as much realistic as I possibly can, but also at the same time try to make sure we progress along. So we got some productions that maybe are a little bit too fast than what they should be. I mean, it's hard to keep it realistic when you got a trailer that's constantly dumping potatoes into the BGA. Alright, so I need the forage wagon, so this silage is going to have to go back into the fermenting silos for now. All right. You, sir, or ma'am, you follow the fence. Francesca again. Make sure I put my cruising speed at 10 miles an hour. All right, let's turn on the mowers. And let's ride. Let's see, make sure my worker is coming up behind us, which they are. Perfect. So again, we're just taking the grass from our grass field, we're putting it into the fermenting silos, and the grass will turn over to silage, which then we're just putting into the BGA to sell electricity, methane, and we get a byproduct of digestate, which we also use to fertilize the grass field. The circle of life. I like it. I got the cruise control on 10, but it shows me doing 11. I would kind of wonder, Skender, if he's in a bad mood. Hopefully the bad mood is not because of you. I would question about eating some of that food. Because you never know what's happening. So what we'll probably do is we'll get a couple of loads of the forage wagon into the silos, at least get the process started making some more silage. And I'll probably jump over to the T8. And by then, we'll probably have to touch up that barley field that's being planted, because it looks like it's going to be a little bit messy. And then probably grab the tanker and use up some of the digestate and get some of the slurry into the BGA as well. Do I have any idea if the bale shredder can shred grass bales? Well, if you get like the TMR mixer, or does the TMR mixer just take hay now? If you get a TMR mixer, does that take hay, or is it just does it take grass, or is it just hay now? It's been a long time now since I made TMR. Where am I going here? Animals, forage mixers. They don't take grass. That's hay. I don't think they take grass. They just take hay. So if you got grass bales, I'm not sure how you would shred those. You could if you have like a silo, like one of Omatana's silos, you could put the bale in her silo, and then when it comes back out, it'll come out as loose grass. You could do that setup. Oh, I forgot to put it on cruise control when I took off again. Okay, they're not that far behind. But that would be an option, Sir Well, is to get like a silo that takes grass, and then when you take it back out, it'll come out as loose grass. You can put bales in Omatana silos. Well, that's the option I was thinking that they could do. But back, at least in FS19, the TMR mixers used to take grass to make the mixture. What you could have done back then was put the bales in the TMR mixer, which would shred it up and then just spit it out on the ground or whatever you were trying to do with it. The only way I know is to convert to silage with a wrapper than the food mixer will take. I'm trying to keep the building in English style. The issue is that it is very finicky to put bales in the fermenting silo I am using. I'm not sure which fermenting silo you're using. So does your fermenting silo take loose grass only? Or does your fermenting silo take grass bales? It's just hard to get the bales in there. Takes bales, it's hard to get them in there. Yeah, so I mean, the only way I know of, if you got grass bales and you want to convert it back to loose grass, is to put it into a modded silo that takes grass, and when you take it back out, it'll come out as loose grass. Isn't that a pain, Sir? Well, that every once in a while you want to run your farm a certain way, but then there's always one thing that comes along and you can't help yourself but have to go the way you kind of didn't want to use on the farm. Alright, so we get around by the pig farm. We gonna grab our Massey Ferguson, dump off the first load of grass to be fermented to silage. So we will have to see in the next year how our pigs get through the pig food. And then we'll have to decide or come up with a solution with the potatoes. Because if I don't go through any of the potatoes again this year, then we're going to have a lot of potatoes. Alright, we'll pick this up. Alright, ferment my grass. So, Sirwell, is the fermenting silo or fermenter that you're using, is the, for bales that's hard to accept, is the drop-off point like too high or something? Because maybe like a little ground deformation, not ground deformation, but if you were to maybe do some landscaping around the farm and raise up the ground in front of it, maybe it'll get you higher and easier to put the bales in. Alright, we're going to get 2 more headlands done. And then we'll take a break from cutting grass for just a moment. And we'll make sure our barley field is all set. And, yeah, grab our tanker with our sprayer, and we'll get the digestate out of that by spraying on some of the fields. Then we'll move some slurry over from the pig pen to the BGA. Fast Track 8000 have dropped. Are you saying mods are dropping? Hang on, let me have a look. Yep, some mods have come out on the mod hub. Isn't the 8000 one I'm kind of using? Volvo FH16 tanker. Okay, so that's probably something I don't want to use. Oh boy, the mod hub page is slow. It is very, very slow. Yeah, there's a lot of mods coming out on the mod hub. But it'll take time to load up. I mean, even with my internet, it's taking forever to load up. I'll have a look at it in a little while once it slows down a bit. I was going to check though. Is that isn't that an 8,000 fast track I have? At least one of the mods. Is that a medium tractor? Oh, that's a 4,000, not the 8,000. I'll probably get the Fast Track 8,000 downloaded, and who knows? Maybe I'll use it on Penier. Of course, Penier is kind of a tricky Let's Play where I can only buy from the used section. So, but I can lease it. I should look at our bakery. Is there something else I can do with the eggs with material that I got? Because maybe getting some chickens started for the winter would not be a bad idea. I mean, I'll probably get the same pen like I had on Riverbend, but we don't need two of them. I don't need a whole lot of chickens. So yeah, in the future, we'll have a chicken pen in this field, and we'll have a cow pen. When I mean pens, they're going to be small-ish. And the good thing about the fermenting silos, we can just keep cutting the grass like this and put it into the fermenting silos, and I can turn the grass into hay in those as well. I think I should be able to. I'm like 99% sure Omatana has that option of fermenting grass into hay. Does anyone know, because I've been kind of stuck in this since we tested it on Riverbend, does anyone know if they adjusted the grass harvesting where you get more grass in the second harvest stage than the first one? Have they adjusted that, or is it still the same? They did not. I wonder why they've, I mean, I don't know if that's their intention. So, I mean, why have 2 harvest stages if they're not going to adjust on that? Because why would it matter? Why not just have like a harvest and that'd be fine? I don't know. So doing the grass cutting every 2 months is still what we'll end up doing, I suppose. Workers still coming up behind us, and with the follow me mod, I don't know if it's the same for 25, but they should be able to keep track of 250 location points, which is quite a bit. It wouldn't be the length of this field though, so if I got like this length of the field ahead of it, the worker would just quit. That would probably be right there about 30 waypoints it can keep track of between us right now. Game just crashed while in the mod hub. Now, well, probably right now everyone's downloading mods, and that's probably what's going on. Good news is I'll be moved when precision farming comes out. That is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Precision farming. Well, I'm starting to get customized to the base game farming way of life. Looking off at the distance at our pigs running around the field. Is it the Berkshires? I don't see any of those running around. Those are like the chocolate colored ones, the Berkshire, I think. All right. Let's go grab, getting grass between my tires there. Let's go grab the Massey Ferguson. We'll dump this grass into the other fermenting silo. And we'll go see how our barley planting went. Grass in. Yep, don't worry, our trailer right there is fine. It's just slowly dumping potatoes in to the BGA. All right, let's find out how we did here. I mean, this is like overall they did okay. All right. Well, now that I'm starting to look at it, yeah, they it could have gone better, but overall, it's not bad. So, depending on next year, what's happening, either the barley will be made into flour, or we'll hold on to the barley for chicken feed. My Riverbend map been acting up since update. Most production's not running properly, which is why I had to restart a new map. Ugh, don't like the sounds of that. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll ever go back to Riverbend. The only way I'll go back to Riverbend is if, like, that fish hatchery in the center becomes a thing. Then we'll revisit right where we left off on Riverbend, which, yeah, we bought the BGA on Riverbend for $2 million. Don't know if I'll use it, but that's where I spent the money. But I mean, we know the Riverbend series, that farm is rich. We really don't have to worry too much about earning money on that farm. I mean, this farm here now is rich as well. It's just that I still got things on the shopping list that cost quite a bit. Yeah, so the worker, I mean, this field is a little bit on the small side for this kind of a drill. I did not check, but this will do long grain rice, this drill, I hope. Long grain rice, it will. Okay. Just want to be sure about that. Let me just drive first person, might be better. Hopefully I don't run into any tree limbs with it. Okay, that took a second, didn't it? So maybe I'll have to drive a third person so I keep a better eye on the drill. In real life, that probably would have cost me like $50,000 in damages. Alright, we're almost back to the farm. I think most of these limbs on these trees have non-collisions on them. We're going to drop this off here, and we're going to grab this tanker. I need to use up the digestate so I can then go fill it up with some slurry. I do want that on double application rate though, because it's for the potato field. That sawmill was a turning point. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it was kind of a turning point on Riverbend, and it also was here as well. Alright, so we're applying the double layer of fertilizer for the potato field because our planter does not do fertilization as it plants. You never know, Ben might have gambling addiction and lost all of it at the tables. That's right, I did leave the farm to Ben. So who knows what he's been up to. All right. Now that we're empty with digestate, we were talking about here, the sawmill helped a lot. Sawmill helped a lot. Now it's the BGA that's just doing us wonders. I don't mind doing contracts when you start off a farm and try and get money coming on in. But it's been nice not really having to look every month like, let's go do a contract, let's go do a contract. We got enough work to do on our farm, and with the BGA bringing in the cash, we are good to go. Besides me running into the manure pen, because I was too busy looking at chat for some unknown reason. Alright, so let's get the slurry, or at least some of it, out of here. If I keep on top of the slurry in the pig pen, I won't have to put down the extension. Is that applying? Doesn't look right. I wasn't paying attention, but yep, game saving. Let's go up to here, to here. Sometimes this takes a second. Did that only apply one stage? Why did that only apply one stage? Alright, did I double tap the button? But yeah, I was only applying one stage, apparently. In case the BGA gets full, can I sell the fertilizer full of... I don't think the BGA is going to get full. But if you're talking about digestate, I can sell that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to have to put this into... Oh, I don't think I can get around the trailer. Alright, let me just make this a little bit easier on myself. Let me move the potatoes for a second. Let's get rid of our twerking trailer as it tries to unload the potatoes. Can I stick between here, please? We're definitely not full on digestate. I pretty much used most of it. I know I've dumped this out before. Alright, why can I not... Is it because it's got the sprayer on it? Do I need to drop off the sprayer for the tank to unload into the BGA? Well, let me back up to here and see if this makes a difference. We'll just... drop that off. Hello, Drifter. How you doing? Alright, so now it's just a tanker, not a sprayer. Now we'll just drop this off. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Boy, I had it back up really far. Make sure I activate that, if it's not already activated. Slurry running. You need to spread the slurry on your field. You can do that, which is fine, but if you got a BGA like we do, you're way better off putting the slurry into the BGA and converting that over to energy, because most of that slurry is going to get converted over to digestate, which you can also spread on your fields. So right now we got silage being processed into electricity. We got potatoes. And now we also got slurry being processed. So the BGA should be making us some pretty good cash here in the next few in-game hours. Yeah, you gotta back up that tanker quite a ways to get that unloaded. Oh, it took it all. I didn't think it was going to have enough room for all that. Slurry. It can take a little bit more. But we'll grab it later on. Alright, let's get back to harvesting our grass field. Follow the fence, please. Cruise control at 10, but we're doing 11 because why not? And once we get this grass field done, we can actually probably move on to October, where the corn harvest will get started. And then, of course, we'll have to send the Massey Ferguson over to the wheat and barley fields for that to be hoed and get the weeds out of it. And we can also probably use the fence to start prepping the potato field for next year. And I expect when I wake up in October, we might, yeah, we'll have $400,000 by morning, I think. Not dead yet, so I guess it's all good. Maybe there's a time release capsule in there somewhere, and it'll take a little moment to kick in. Hello, Glenn, and welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Yeah, so we buy that field 47, like in October, sometime in October, I think we should be able to get it. If not, by November, then we'll start saving up. Especially when January comes, we got a lot of bread to sell, and we'll start looking at getting ourselves another tractor. And then, yeah, I think really start saving up for the CR11 combine. So not just between the combine and the header, we're looking at probably $900,000 for that setup. Of course, it's your weekend off. Well, that's always nice to have. My next day off will probably be in the springtime, where I can go outside and get some work done. I'll probably take a couple days off from sitting at the desk, which would be nice. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I think we talked about it yesterday. I mean, it's kind of good that we haven't had a tornado happen here. But yeah, we're in year 5, and no tornadoes whatsoever. I know when I was on Riverbend and I was getting tornadoes, a lot of you were saying you were not getting any. I forgot what Giant said the probability of a tornado was. Slurry or the manure on the grass field? Well, we're going to be spreading digestate on the grass field. I lost track how many times I've been around the field now with this since I restarted here. I'm thinking that we're this far and I might be able to get 3 headlands done if that's the case. Should use the Krone mower. Well, you want to give me a couple $100,000, I'll go buy one. The Krone mower is not that much bigger. The Krone mower is only, I mean, I don't think it's even a half a meter wider. So financially, I'll stick with this. I know you're on year 13 and it had no tornadoes on River Bend, but who knows? I mean, on was it day 1? It was either day 1 or day 2. I spawned the tornado in. And then after that, it seemed like we got one at least every other year. Here in December in year 6 on River Bend and had no tornado. Are tornadoes broken in the game? Maybe in one of the patches, tornadoes don't happen anymore. Not that they intended it that way, but maybe the coding is broke somewhere. Maybe the tornado got lost in the matrix. I mean, this is a big map, so if a tornado spawns, I'll be like, okay, where's it gonna, you know, if it's not spawning directly on our farm, I'm not gonna be too worried about it. The Pottinger is the same working with, but does that do it in the swath though? Pottinger. Must be a modded mower? But the mowers I'm using are 9.4 and the big Krone M is a 10, so it's only half a meter wider than what I'm currently using. But is the Pottinger mower set on the mod hub? I mean, I'm not going to swap out the mowers I got for the Pottinger. I'm just curious for future plays. Well, the forage wagon's not full yet. Oh, it's not only like half full. We'll keep going then. Oop. I do that once in a while. Gotta do cruise control. Biggest mower you know of is the Butterfly from Kloss. 14 meters. It's impressive and how fast it goes. I think the one that was in Farming Simulator 22 wasn't that wide, but I would not mind a 14 meter wide Butterfly mower. As I mentioned before, there's a cow farm not far from where I live, they're like 20 or 30 miles from where I am. And they usually have about 5,000 head of dairy cattle. And I used to drive past that farm quite a bit in my previous job, and it was fun to watch. I didn't really get a chance to pull over and watch them work, but they had 3 big Krone M's in their grass field cutting grass. And they would transport it to bunker silos, and they would use their case quads and compact it in to make silage for the dairy cattle. And they kind of use like the pumps and hoses pack to fertilize their fields also. It was kind of neat to kind of see a couple people maintain the hose going to the tractor and spraying in the field. And he saw a truck going down like the main road with a slurry tanker and dropping off at the holding tank. Can you use the rake in Frechdachs? Yeah, of course you can. I don't need a rake because we got mowers that'll put it into a swath. Alright, this time I will unload the forage wagon. And I'm guessing I might be able to get the rest of the grass field done without having to stop again. Yeah, we're up to 270,000, so we're halfway with the money that we need to buy field 47. The one thing I haven't checked on is I'm wondering if they haven't planted anything in it yet. Not as a big deal because I'm just going to convert it right away to a rice field. Just not sure. When I did it on the test map, I did not see how much it was going to cost to convert it. I just made it into a rice field. While that's unloading, let's see if they've done anything to that field. Well, it does need to be plowed. It needs lime, but it is double fertilized. And they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything yet to it. Yep, follow the Fendt Vario. Follow my 728. I know I use a butterfly-like mower. It can be used on the front or rear. Seems like there's more grass cut than other mowers, but right now I can't of what the name is. I don't think, like, this butterfly mower will not go on the front. So it must be a modded one. I'll take those potatoes, Skender, pass them on over. When it folds out, it looks like one piece, but then it's not really... If it's like one piece, it's not technically a butterfly mower, but I can see why you might call it that. Maybe it is still called a butterfly mower, but I wouldn't categorize it as one. So it sounds like it's kind of like the ELO. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced in game, but it sounds like the ELO. I can play Farming Simulator 22 for planting or harvest. Not sure what you're... I don't know if you're asking a question or you're making a statement, Drifter, but I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Good setup we got here with the Omatana forage wagon, be able to hold 260,000 liters of grass. So I don't have to stop so often, and also with the mod for the wider pickup on the swath, so we get basically every little speck on the ground. Few more passes and the grass field will be done for cutting. But yeah, we're not too far off, believe it or not, from being right back in here cutting the grass in the month of November. Now, I would say we're going to breeze through the winter months when we get to it, but we'll have to see what our lodgepole pine trees are doing. They actually went from the first growth stage to the second growth stage rather quickly. And this January will be year three full years for those trees. But I think we've been told it takes 4 years for them to fully grow, so we'll see. I don't know why, but every time I get done cutting this grass field, and probably even the grass fields on Riverbend, the way the grass field looks after you harvest it in 25 is way better than it was previously in 22 and 19 and so on and so forth. Two more passes, and they're quick. Work with family comes before playtime. That is very true. But for me, I call this work, because it is. I'm also playing. So, work and playtime for me come hand in hand. Okay, put this in here. Which is our bale shed, really, but it does work as just a regular shed also. Where's my Massey Ferguson? It's getting along. It's getting here. Thank you, Francine. Appreciate it. But you don't need to be following me anymore. And I'm going to put the silage in, or sorry, the grass in here, because it does seem to work a little bit faster. The silo seems to do double time of the other one. Not sure why. Alright, so 470,000 liters of grass. We got 215,000 liters of silage in here. Wish you could, yeah. What's the difference between meadow grass and straight grass, and why you can't mow meadow with a forage harvester? Well, you can't mow regular grass with a forage harvester either. But the big difference between meadow grass and like the grass field we got, you're not going to get all the bonuses from fertilizing, having the field plowed and all that. You're not getting all those bonuses. So you're going to get like you can mow meadow grass, you're just going to get a very low yield of it. Plus meadow grass has like weeds and that kind of stuff in it as well, which cut back on your yield. So, I mean, if you're going to be using grass a lot, you're better off making a field of grass, because you're going to get a lot more. I think it's like double the yield at least. Don't hold me to that, because it's been a long time since I tested that. I think back in 17 I tested that. So yeah, you just get a lot more grass off a grass field than you would if you cut meadow grass. Oh, I see what you're saying. Why you can't cut grass with a I was thinking of a, forage wagon. The reason why you can't cut meadow grass with a forage harvester, because it's meadow grass. It's classified as meadow grass and not grass. So when you look at the headers for, I gotta find forage harvesters. When you look at the header and you look at a grass cutter, it shows grass. Where's the cutters actually? There we go. Well, it's going to show the same crop. But that icon's for grass, not meadow grass. Does it actually show on mowers, though? I never really... Because, it's not like I know the game completely, but you just get so used to what does what. Yeah, see, when you're on these, it doesn't show the icons. It just says cuts grass. So any type of grass it'll cut. So yeah, you need a mower to cut the meadow grass. You can't use a forage harvester because that needs grass alone. Alright, so before we put that in the parking area where it needs to be, we get the rest of the slurry out the pig pen. I backed it in here. I don't know what I'm stuck on. Must be the building of the BGA? Must have been. Well, I hope that kind of answered your question, Lindsay. I'm not sure if it did or didn't. $19,000 liters. Yep, we'll take it all. Alright, I gotta get everything into position so everything is being accepted, because I don't think it's going to take all this slurry on this tanker. Okay, you will take it there, which is good. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. All right, we'll speed up time a little bit just to get the last bit of that slurry out. There we go. That way I can get this out of here. Although I will fill it up with some digestate. There we go. Get the nozzles back on the tanker. Oh, I'm not close enough to that pickup point. Alright, be like that. Yeah, we're back up to 250,000 liters of digestate already. Alright, Glenn, enjoy the rest of your Friday, and hopefully you have a good start to your Saturday as well. I will be here tomorrow doing something. I haven't really given it much thought yet, but yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. So actually what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be busy here for a second, I'm not going to spread the digestate in our grass field that we just harvested, but I will get a worker to do it. Although, I think last time I tried to hire a worker with a T8 in this sprayer spreader, it did not go too well. And I do know the Fent can actually manage that, so we're going to swap tractors. Let's get the Fent on that job. Yeah, when I did the T8 in our sprayer in that field, the T8 was kind of like doing circles. So we'll see what the Fent does. Well, I know the Fent did it before, so it should be okay. First of all, activation normal, so it should be not on double. Activate. I forgot how that works. I think I'm on single. Alright, let's get this into position. That took a lot of silage. Well, let me top that back off. That's going to be sitting there all through until we get to October. All right, now we'll grab the potato trailer and get that back where it was. Alright, so those potatoes will slowly get fed into the BGA. And now we'll leave this trailer here. And that's just slowly empty into the BGA as well. Alright, so I need to go over, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to take care of the greenhouses though before we skip on to October. Feels like I only got 3 pallets of ice cream. Feels like I should have more than that. Water, honey. Alright, so it's getting a little low on the water, but not a whole lot. Watch out for Sam running around the farmyard, making sure all the rodents kind of stay out of our crop. Crops look good inside the greenhouses, so we didn't run out of anything. Alright, do I need liquid fertilizer in the greenhouses? I'm guessing yes. About 3,000. That needs 1,000, so that's 4. About 5,000 liters I need. So let's go ahead and we're just going to empty out this tank. Alright, let's grab 5,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. I couldn't do that again if I tried. I said, let's get 5,000 liters of liquid fertilizer, and I landed right on 5,000. Well, there's all my luck used up for the rest of my lifetime. Now we'll just let it fill up with water. Yeah, I'm using this rather than the hydrant because this fills up faster. I think that'll fill up without that tractor being attached because I need to move some stuff around. Vanilla tart with strawberries. That does sound good. Did the strawberries come from my farm here in Frechdachs? Probably. Park this header right there. Hello, McSimulate. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Thought I'll pop on and give you a like. A like, dislike, they're all there. But appreciate it. Again, hopefully, I just hope you're having a good Friday. A good start to your weekend. Quick, go buy a lotto ticket. Yeah, I'm stopping. I said, let's get 5,000 liters, and I somehow landed at 5,000 liters. Not 5,001, not 4,997, 5,000. Just trying to clean up the farmyard a little bit. Give the Massey Ferguson a rinse. Looks like it could use a little bit of repair. What's the this at? 1% damage. And Massey Ferguson could use a repair, so I'll repair that here in just a second. I think I'll park this in front of the baler. Unfortunately, the baler is something I don't think I'll be using that much more. And actually, the fertilizer spreader I'm not using that much more either because we're using digestate everywhere. The BGA's having no problem producing more than enough. $3,054 for repair. Repaint, not on your life. Nope, not turn off the engine. Attach. Actually, from yours, picked them up with my wife before the stream. Big guy asked for them. Now we know why. Look out, Sam. And we'll leave that there. So yes. Production building's all set. How is the bakery doing? Bread flour, we'll deactivate that because that's done. Whole wheat flour. So are we out of wheat? Yeah, we're out of wheat. So we'll actually deactivate that. But we still got a whole bunch of flour to be made into bread. And it will hold quite a bit. So BGA is doing the BGA thing. Yeah, we're just out of manure, but I'm not going to bother putting that in right now. So that's good. Ice cream factory is going. These are all going. Everything is looking good. And the pigs are looking good. Yeah, they're actually starting to go through the food at a decent rate. Like I said, we're at almost 300 pigs, is it? Are we at 298 or something? 297. Yeah, sale page, nothing there. So, yeah, let's get into October, shall we? I think I did everything. I hope I did everything. And we should wake up with a lot of cash. That BGA is going to go through a lot of different materials. We're up to $453,000 in the bank account. That is good news. We'll feed Sam. Check the sale page. Well, we got international pickup truck added to the list, but we don't really care for that. Let's see here. We've gone through all the potatoes that we had in the trailer. So now we're just going to get the T8 ready for the corn harvest. Let's put that right here. And actually, next thing... Oh yeah, I forgot we're spreading digestate in this field. That's fine. So that's where the fence is going to be. Let's drop this off. And we'll fill up the forage wagon with more silage. And get that into the BGA. And then I'll get the Massey Ferguson on weeding out the 2 fields while we get into the harvester. And we'll start harvesting some corn. Really looks like I'm in the trigger. So, gone through all the grass. 117,000 liters of silage in this one. You're good. Busy week at work. Looking forward to the weekend. That's good to hear. Many people are enjoying the weekend, I'm sure. Well, hopefully they'll enjoy the weekend. How are we doing on our grass field for work? All right, so they might be getting ready to work on the headland. So I think one passer on the headland, they'll be all done. Yeah, we got plenty of weeds to take care of here. This needs to be plowed and fertilized. Oh, that's got 244,000 liters of silage in it. So we got more than a forage wagon's worth. And we're still converting some grass over to silage. Did the BGA, is it empty? No, BGA still got some silage in it, so it didn't run empty. Still got potatoes. It went through all the slurry. So yeah, we're almost there to be able to buy field 47. Need like another $100,000. Maybe if the lettuce price is good and ice cream price is good, I could sell that. Before we used to sell it almost every month, but now we're kind of holding on to that stuff for the good prices. Let's go grab the hoe, and we'll get a worker in those fields, and we're going to grab the Kloss combine, grab the corn header, and get to work. Let's see. I know the Massey Ferguson's repaired, so the hoe might need a little touch-up. $456. It's looking better. You know what? Let me go ahead and top this Massey Ferguson off with some fuel. Our drill needs to be put away. Got to get ready for the winter months. Let's see how our future field is doing. I'm not going to bother looking for a plowing contract in that field because it doesn't really... Yes, it does plow the field. I will get paid for it. But it does it on the PDA. It will not change that the field needs to be plowed. And then when I do buy the field and I want to plow it, I can't hire a worker because the worker sees the field in the plowed state even though it's not plowed. If you know, you know. So I'm not going to bother doing it. Alright, you're going to weed that field. Yep, needs lime, needs plowing, but they haven't planted in it, so that's good for us. Yep, combine. Let's grab that. So here's the thing, with the corn that we're harvesting, I gotta figure out what I want to do with it. Either save it for the pigs or, in a roundabout way, make corn tortillas out of it in the bakery. And our ice cream seller never stops talking. So we should be able to get around back to where the trailer is. So I parked it there. Always nice when the family comes over for Sunday meal, especially a big family like mine, got 30 cousins. My favorite part is card playing. I get like 30, 400 euro every week. It's not nice to cheat, Skender, that's all I'm saying. They're family. So before I dump this corn, and well, I could dump it into the silo here in the farmyard, then figure out what I want to do with the corn. Probably should check on the pigs to see what's actually going on with them. So when the when the Fent gets done with the grass field, I'm going to bring it on over to the potato field. Get a double stage of fertilization onto that. And then we can plow the field later on. Kind of with John, I haven't played any type of card games in years. So this field here, just like our potato field, will need to be plowed. But this will only need one stage of fertilization. The potatoes will get two. I think I will take at least one load over to the bakery and make corn tortillas. While it's unloading, we're going to have a look at a couple of things. Well, first off, I'm probably actually going to have to go actually to the pig pen. Probably better if I just ran over there, honestly, by the time I do this. So, I don't know how old you are. Well, we got over 300 pigs. We're at 306. 306 pigs. I mean, yeah, they are starting to go through the food at a relatively good rate, so we're not quite half full, but we're getting there. We do have a lot. We're starting to get a lot of pigs that are starting to get up to the 2,500 max, so we could start selling some, make some money there, but yeah, and the next thing I want to visit is... Can I visit one of these? All right, we'll visit this. I don't know if it counts the corn and the pig food mixer as storage, so I'm going to come over here and see actually how much corn I have. I got 120,000 liters of corn. So I think the corn, we're going to make corn tortilla out of it. Well, but let me go ahead and we're going to get this Fent over in our potato field, and we'll start putting down a double application of fertilizer. Yeah, the Fent does not like hauling around a full tanker of slurry, or sorry, digestate, but it can do it. How much can the pen hold? Our pig pen can hold 701. Did not know when I built it how much exact. I mean, I did it on the test map. I think on the test map I got up to like almost like 750, but I used the whole field. I didn't use the whole field when I built this one because we had to have room for the manure pit and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we hold 701 pigs in there. So activate double application rate, that's what I want to do. Hire a worker. I just want to make sure that when they're putting it down, they're putting down double application rate. Because I screwed up in that corner over there. Thought I had it on double and I only put down a single. Well, I'll wait till they get where they got to get to. Yeah, so this corn here, we're going to put into the bakery. Make some corn tortillas, which I don't know when they sell best at, but I got told we should be making them. Are they actually working in that spraying in that field? Let's take out plowing and weeds. Yep, they're putting down the double application, so that's all that matters to me. And I'm reading chat, not watching. I'm leaving a row of shame of corn here. I used to be very good at, well, I mean very good at billiards, but I would consider myself better than the average person at billiards. But I was always pretty good at figuring out angles and spins and all that kind of stuff. Not calling myself a pro by any means, but I was a pretty good darn pool player. At least against the people I used to play against. Now when I unload this, I gotta see. I'm guessing corn tortillas probably sell good in January, just like the bread does. Actually, before I do that, because I think I must look at this before. Is there, because we do have electrical charge showing now. Is there a good and bad time of the year to sell it? I mean, there is a 487 compared to 453. I think I'll just keep it on selling, though, because it's nice to see the money constantly come in. Corn, tortillas. Sell good in January. So we got a couple of months to get those produced. Because we got plenty of pig food to get through another year at least. And if worse comes to worse, if we do get so many pigs and I can't keep up with them, well, we got plenty of pigs that are at max value. We can just start selling those off. When I get up to 500 pigs in the pig pen, that's when we'll start looking at selling the older ones. I was just kind of curious to see if they would actually decrease in value as they got older. It looks like their value is staying right at 2,500. Alright, so while that's filling up, let me go into the productions into the bakery. I think we got to make corn flour, just to be sure. So it takes corn flour to make corn tortillas. And corn is a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, so we'll activate that, and corn tortillas will activate that. Now I'm saying corn tortillas. I got tortillas in my fridge. I'm thinking, what could I be making with those tonight? Okay, let's finish up this part of the field, the north side. Corn header just seems kind of small when you've been using the other header for grain, but this is a 12-row header. You fix your tractors. I picked the setting on the tractor. So now your tractor's go in reverse. Was it just a key bind issue that was not set right? Was why you could not back up your tractors, Liz? I think that's what we were talking about yesterday, but I'm glad you got it fixed. Not being able to back up a tractor can be kind of a pain. Truck is not going reverse. I messed with one of the settings on it. Well, I'm glad you found it, because that make the game much more enjoyable for you. You know, I'm surprised in FS25, and maybe I missed it, I'm surprised there isn't a fuel refinery mod or a production building out yet. You got pheasants where you are, Skender? That's nice. Pheasants are very rare where I live because it just gets too cold for them to survive. The header want to go down, please? Thank you. It's like our Fent is making headlands in our potato field. And apparently they're done. If they are done, let me go ahead and... You know what, they're just right behind me. No, they're still going. Oh, it's the... No, it's the Massey Ferguson doing the weeding. Our lovely field of wheat. You're also currently harvesting corn, vitamin protein. Well, hopefully your yield is just as good as mine, or better. This is our barley field, possibly feed for chickens next year. All right, back into our harvester. Same where I am about the pheasants. We do have some pheasants around here. I wish they didn't have a hunting season on them because they're very sparse. Yield is not that great. Well, when you walk into the field in the section you haven't harvested yet, what's your yield percentage? That's, I mean, corn doesn't yield high numbers to begin with, so like my corn field is 95%. Wait, I thought I said 95, but I think it says 80. My corn yield is only 85%. But in looking at it, my field does need lime at this point. But 85% is still not that bad. But it's not great either. Next year it should be 95%. 80% in your field. So yeah, it's, I mean, like I said, it's not bad. But yeah, 80% is also not great either. So I'm there with you. I'm at 85% for my field. So, you know, unless I lime every year, which this is what I like about precision farming compared to base game farming. Well, there's a couple things. But the main thing is, so like if I want to lime my field every year to keep the yield up, it uses the same amount of lime no matter what in the base game. But when you get to precision farming, if you spread lime every year, it doesn't require as much as it would if you did it every 3 harvests. And also, when you plant in precision farming, you can do a double stage of fertilization or the max fertilization that's required for the field. I like that as well. All right, Vitamin Protein. Have a good evening, and I hope you have a good Saturday. And that you sleep well. That's always important. Although I'm one to talk, because I never really consider myself sleeping well. Yeah, I haven't had pheasant as a meal in a long time. When I used to go to Wyoming quite a bit, that's when I had pheasant. It was pretty good. But basically where I am at, the only way you're going to get pheasant is if you go on a reserve. And I do not like hunting on reserves because that does not sound, well, it's not fun, in my opinion. It's all that sugar from the strawberries that, you know, he's got to get out that pent out energy and play some AC/DC. Actually, you know what I think it is, Skender? You always say when the music starts, that's when you got to go. I think honestly, but you don't want to tell us that that you like getting down with the music as well. But enjoy the rest of your Friday night, Skender, and hopefully you sleep well and you have a good start to your Saturday. From what I found out, McSimulate, about the ground deformation on this map, I think it's just the map itself. The ground deformation is that much more. It's not really the equipment as much, but in testing out, because I was having, on this map here, you may find you have a problem with a baler in a field, because I had that issue, is because of ground deformation. So I did a little testing on this map and compared it to Riverbend. Same tractor, same baler on both maps, and the ground deformation on this map is almost like double of what it's like on Riverbend. So it's the map that the ground deformation is more noticeable, which, you know, I kind of like the ground deformation, but when it makes equipment not work as well, it kind of sucks. No one likes music that loud? Well, apparently he does. Oh, we got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, I'm not sure what my worker was doing, but let's see. I was like, boy, that worker should be done. Well, not when they're stuck in a tree. So, what's the situation here? Turn off weeds and plowing. Alright. We just got to do a little bit of a section here. So it's pretty much the section I was doing before and only put down a single application. So I just got to put it on single application so I don't waste the digestate. Yep, good night, Skender. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Normal application rate. Alrighty, let's go ahead and drop that down and just go a little bit forward. Don't know how far I went, but I'll just go a little far as I think I need to go. Alright, that should have done it right. So do I need to put on double application? Why is it not accepting that? Alright, well, let me put it on double application and I'll go over it again. Have you ever heard if anybody is going to bring up a mod that is like precision farming until Giants bring it out? I don't know why they would now. I mean, we're expecting precision farming to come out in about a few months. By the time someone actually gets working on it, then Giants will have released theirs. I would not mind seeing some decay from like grass and straw and hay and fields. Alright, so before going even further, am I actually getting a double? So even with the double application, I'm not getting it there. Alright, so that's just going to have to wait, I guess. I think it's because I fertilized it. I'm trying to do it again with slurry, and it's not gonna, or digestate, it's not going to do it. So even double application going back over is not going to work until I probably plow the field. Did a massive baling contract on this map and it didn't have any issues. Can't see why it would cause issues. Well, if you're doing a contract, that's fine. What you may run the issue into is, like if you use the mod Follow Me, it's when the baler goes over ground deformation. So if you're doing a contract, there's going to be no ground deformation in the field. But if you're following up a harvester that's doing ground deformation, the baler is going to have some issues. Alright, Fent. Plow up this field, and I think after you plow it, I'll be able to put another application of fertilizer in. I need my T8. Whoops. Wait, did my worker... How come my worker didn't do anything here? The heck's going on, man? Alright, where's my combine? Over there. It's the same spot as always. Yeah, so what happens with the baler might be kind of hard to see here. But like if you were to cross like right here, when the baler goes over it, the pickup of the baler goes down in the dip. And the pickup kind of the baler goes underneath the baler, lifting up the baler, which then will lift up the back of the tractor a little bit. And depending on the tractor, you won't have any traction on the back, and it slows it down quite a bit. Because I had the modded case, or sorry, not case, class quadrant baler on the mod hub that you can buy for $80,000, and I was having issues with that baler. I'm like, okay, so it's the modded baler not working. I then switched to a Kuhn baler, did the exact same thing, and I was like, all right, I gotta test this out. So then I tried it on this map here with 4 different balers on the test map, and they all had the same problem. I went over ground deformation, had the same problem. Went to Riverbend, did the same kind of testing, not a problem whatsoever. Yeah, the ground deformation on this map is just like double of the base game. But at least that's what I found out for me. Maybe different for you, not too sure, but yeah, if you run into that problem, Now you know. Alright, let's make some corn tortillas. Although, we probably have some made. They're just not going to spawn out here. So I need lime in the cornfield. Trying to figure what happened over here, why we didn't fertilize that over there. I can fertilize that with the Massey Ferguson. I'll just get the fertilizer spreader and spray that. That'll be good. So while I'm waiting, I don't think I want to sell unless the price is really good. Strawberry ice cream, all right, 18,000, but it's always going to be more than that because of the bonus. The lettuce, yeah, we don't have a whole bunch. So I don't think I want to do that. Let's see, corn tortillas, almost got first 1,000 liters, but that pallet's not going to spawn. But yeah, that looks like a pretty darn good price. The little market, that's where it will go. Yeah, it's looking all pretty good here, money-wise. It's that now we got to wait for what time of year we sell it. While we wait for the corn harvester, we will dive back up. Well, I say dive. We're going to jump up to our forest area. Didn't expect it would have grown, but you never know. Because we started in August today, now it's October. But, yeah, they're in the second growth stage. We got one more growth stage to go. Kind of hoping it happens this not November, but January. January will be the third full year that we've been planted since we planted these. So, but I think I got told 4 years on these trees. But I'm thinking it might actually be this January because they're really starting to grow up really, really fast. We got 300 lodgepole pine trees here, so when they do become full height, we'll rent ourselves a tree harvester. And, of course, get ourselves the auto-loading log trailer. And we'll start dumping them into here where we start making wood beams once again. And this will, when this is running, this will make us like $200,000 to $250,000 a day, depending on the price of wood beams. So that will be very, very nice. Yep, and of course, this will be potatoes again next year, but we're working towards buying Field 47 for $540,000. So I need another $70,000. And that's going to be our long grain rice field. So we can go ahead and make cereal. Oh yeah, I was going to look in the bakery. What else can I do here? So, you know, wasn't really planning on doing cakes on this map, but I haven't made cakes in a long time. But to make cakes, flour, not a problem. Strawberries, not a problem. Everything else we got to work towards. So milk and butter, we need dairy cattle for that. And then the dairy production. Eggs, well, we need chickens. And of course sugar, well, I would need a sugar production to make sugar because we got to put sugar beet in there to make sugar. That's not a problem because I do have a modded one that I can probably put down for like 30,000. And we can make a whole bunch of sugar there. And we already got ourselves a root crop harvester, just not the headers. So we can work our way towards a cake at some point. But the long grain rice, we just need honey and long grain rice to make cereal. So that'll be fun. But everything else I pretty much made before on the other map. Well, not rice cakes. But we are doing the whole wheat bread. And, of course, we are making the flour. And we're making bread out of here as well. I just realized the only thing it can take in here is wheat and oat flour. It can't take sorghum. Or barley. So that barley I planted, I guess I will keep it as chicken feed. Because I was thinking, well, I either use that chicken feed or make flour. But I just realized I did, in this mod here, I cannot do barley flour. Which is fine. We'll just save it for the chickens. So we'll probably be getting the chickens next year anyways now. Just because, well, I'll have to feed. And more than likely, because I don't need that many chickens. 31, 30, 20, 20. Well, I guess I probably will go with this one. Because these are all really, really small. And really, $79,000, $80,000 for a chicken pen, I guess, is not. I'm not going to expand the fence on that one. 360 chickens, I know how much that produces. That's more than enough eggs, I do believe. So the potato field is pretty much all set to go for planting next year, other than a small section I got to fertilize. And the corn field we'll have to work on. This is the barley field getting weeded. And let me go ahead and get ready to unload that corn. Hopefully it gets to the end of the row, because it's looking kind of full-ish. Oh, that's right. I don't need to get right up against the header. Hey, they're full. Well, I was going to unload on the go, but unfortunately, once they get full, they pretty much stop, which is okay. Can I put more corn in here? I don't know how much this holds. It holds 325,000 liters, so I got plenty of room. All right, Farmer Noble, enjoy the rest of your Friday, and hopefully you have a good start to your weekend on Saturday. Thanks for dropping on in. But January should be a pretty good sales month for us. So when spring starts, I think we'll have enough money to start putting up a poll on what tractor we can buy for the farm. So we're not voting today, but we will vote on 3 tractors. Probably the 9RX, the Fendt 1100, and maybe the Class Xerion. Although we had the Class Xerion on Riverbend. Actually, how much horsepower can the 1050 is? How much horsepower? Only 517. I thought it was more than that, but that's, I mean, it's still 100 more horsepower than what we have. We've already got a Fendt. Not that I wouldn't mind, but yeah, maybe we'll vote on these 3 tractors right here. But I mean, you can see the prices on them. And I still got to buy that field first. So yeah, you maybe look at the money and like, oh, you're almost there. Nope, that money's going to go towards the field. Then we'll look into these 3 tractors right here. But after we sell the bread in January, along with the corn tortillas, along with the BGA and everything else, I think we'll be fine. Because after we get that long grain rice field, yeah, we got to start getting more tractors, because I'm getting to the point of I got more jobs on the farm alone to do, and I don't have enough equipment. So we got to start doubling up. Vote Massey. Well, Massey Ferguson wasn't one of the choices. All right, we'll empty out our harvester once again as it heads on down. So not quite getting enough money today to buy the field, but yeah, looks like I'll be back tomorrow here. I was thinking about not streaming Farming Simulator 25 on Saturday, just because on Saturday it seems like we don't get as many viewers, believe it or not, on the weekend as we do during the weekday, which seems just kind of weird to me. But I realize if I don't stream Farming Simulator 25 tomorrow, I don't stream on Sundays, usually. And on Monday, I'll probably be streaming Roadcraft, the demo version, if it's out by then. It says it should be out, so we'll see. So I don't want to go like 3 days without farming, doing Farm Sim 25 on here. So, I mean, we think we started today with like $100,000 in the bank account. We're up to 471, so that's pretty productive. But as I say, money in, money out. You gotta spend money to make money, and that's what we'll be doing. This is what I was hoping to do before last time, before the combine got full, is to unload on the go. There we go. We'll let that worker keep on going. But most of this work will probably get done in between the streams, because I usually start the game about 10 minutes up before the stream, so 10 minutes of work will be done because they're on hired workers. So, yeah, we'll continue this tomorrow. This field needs a lot of work, so that'll be going on. And yeah, well, we will have to cut the grass field tomorrow because we'll be in November pretty quick. But that just means more silage, right? And then we won't be cutting the grass field again until May. So we'll get about 6 months off from cutting grass. But anyways, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it for today. If you're still here and you haven't done so already, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen will help me out more than you know. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you like, but leave me a comment as to why, but no one ever does. And if you're new here, might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. I'll be back tomorrow, same starting time like always, for more fun here on Frechdachs. Later on this evening, I will be recording tomorrow's episode of Penye, which should go out a little bit before the stream comes out. So, yeah, the stream, if you know what time the stream start, 2 hours before that, you should have a video out for Penye if everything goes well. Hopefully better than last episode, as I had issues. And yeah, I'm going to have to visit field, I think they said 116 to go pray to the goat, or whatever the heck it is, and they'll open up a warehouse or something, so I can't wait to kind of see that. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be out of here. Hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of their Friday night, and a good start to their Saturday and weekend. And yeah, hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.